the SCL Racing Network, as we've got a great Saturday of racing planned for you here in SCL. We're at Brands Hatch in Kent, England for today's SCL Season 23 Porsche GT3 Cup Race Special Exhibition. Once again, Carlin here welcoming all of you here onto the broadcast. We are in the bye week following week 4 of 10 in Season 23, so two special events planned today, the Porsche GT3 Cup, and then tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern we will have the SCL 23 British Grand Prix for the Formula One cars. So a very big race here tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, the call time when pre-qualifying will begin. But right now we've got the GT3 cars out here in qualifying. It's a twin race format here in the Porsche GT3 Cup. There's two 15-lap races. They will qualify here. That'll set the starting position for the first race. And after the first race, the top 5 are inverted. 6 on back stay where they're at, and then the second twin race begins. And we've got a field here. We really look to see the XXIII Motorsports cars come out here and dominate. They are, as we were saying, they're the only fully dedicated international tour team at the moment. So they've been practicing these tracks and developing these cars on the International Le Mans Series and Formula One. So they're going to be very tough to beat here. Last night in the British Formula Festival, VP Sir Race-A-Lot took both races, so we expect him to possibly pull off a sweep here today. He's very, very quick in these cars. But let's go ahead and get you out on the track here. Take a look there at Sir Race-A-Lot. Out here trying to put in his first lap. So Race-A-Lot debuted last season in Season 22. He's a fantastic road racer from the United Kingdom. Already has wins in Camel GT Series, Formula One, International Le Mans Series. I believe he won an IndyCar. No, I don't think it was an IndyCar race, but it was won a Camel GT race last season. Over in the States, he's won 2 Camel GT races this season, so he's already off to a great start. Right now putting it down on the 124s with his XXIII Motorsports teammate Liam Daly trailing him. Down the list a little as their times are set. We'll let him cross the line and then bump on back here. I said Sir Race-A-Lot very, very quick in the sports cars. Look to see him do very well at Le Mans this season as he crosses the line. A 1:23.7 will jump on board with his teammate, Liam Daly. As I said, XXIII Motorsports, as of now, the only team that is fully dedicated to the International Tour Series, as those series build up into the popularity the North American Tour Series have. And as a result, we've seen great performances from them. They're led, of course, by Warren Kyle Keith, WKK, Sir Race-A-Lot, Liam Daly, and Anger Management, all 4 of which are here for this event, showing out here as we have less than 5 minutes left in qualifying. Liam's going to come around the last turn here. Let's see what kind of time he can post. And he jumps down to 124.0, gets it closer. Third spot right there in the 120 Machuca car is Watcher. He's the team owner for JME Motorsports affiliated team, Renaissance Racing. Looks to me, let me see how many other Renaissance drivers does he have. He has one other Renaissance driver out here with him. They've really shown up this season. Already won a race at Indianapolis, the National 300 in the Winston Cup Series with its PT. And Watcher is a very much developing driver. He's turning out some good performances. Doesn't get his time up there, but he's sitting there in third spot. And he just got bumped by his teammate right there in the Gainesco car, It's PT. Different sponsors between the teammates there, but It's PT, a winner last season in IndyCars at Willow Springs, and as I said, he picked up a win just a couple weeks back at the National 300 Winston Cup race, in the top 5 in points in IndyCar. Very promising driver, and having a very solid season. Back in the 5th spot here, we have a guy who's been one of the other mainstays on the international tour, Callie Vitals of TOW Racing. Callie has 2 wins on the International Le Mans Series so far this season, Dubai and I want to say Monza in the LMP2 class. He's won in Camel GT in the overall in the P2s at the Laguna Seca Trophy race. It was his first career win there. And he's been very competitive in Formula One, so not to mention in Winston, he's just a well-rounded driver, very promising. Another one of the second-year guys that joined when we jumped over here to Project Cars 2. And as he comes around onto the front straight, let's see if he bumps his time up. No, I don't believe so. As we go back to the 6th spot, there's Warren Kyle Keith in the Sega Keith Motorsports car. He has these guys prepared for the international tour races. There's no doubt about that. They know the tracks, they know the cars, and Warren can put up great times. He was the season 21 Camel GT Series champion. He has, I believe, 3 career wins in the series, and has looked very promising. Knows these international circuits very, very well. As Warren comes by, let's see if he can bump up his 6th spot on the grid. He definitely wants to move up in a sprint race like this. And I believe he stayed put right there. All right, going back to the 7th spot right there in the number 62 Shield car for JME Motorsports. There is your reigning Indianapolis 500 champion, Rita St. James. Rita did what Danica couldn't, and in her 5th try, she took the SCL 23 Indianapolis 500 a few weeks ago. Rita very, very quick, very consistent. Not as familiar with the GT3 car. She's out here getting some track time here. I believe she will be running in her home Grand Prix tonight, the British Grand Prix. Rita, of course, from the UK. And she has quite a resume here in the SCL. 2-time winner in the IndyCar Series, including 2 of the biggest races, Indianapolis 500 and US 400. She's a 2-time winner in the Winston Cup cars. And has also won in the Camel GT Series, and has been a championship contender for the past several seasons in any one of her full-time series. Sitting there in 7th on a 127.3. Rita just getting some track time, getting used to these cars, I'm sure. As qualifying's wrapping up, we'll bump behind her anger management in the 4th car for Sega Keith Motorsports. Looks like he is coming into the pits and is done with his session. They're just about wrapping it up. Coming down the straight there in the red car, that's GW Jones. He's a rookie driver, making his not making his debut. He's made, I believe, 1 point start, and I can't forget which series. Viper Killer's already in the pits, having a little trouble in qualifying. He's another rookie driver. And DW McFreak, SCL veteran, season 21 Indianapolis 500 champion, is going to be sitting in the 8th spot, I believe, in qualifying. Let's go ahead and bump back out to the timings. And with nobody else still running, Watcher, the last car on the track, that looks like that's going to be your starting position. Did we lose a driver? It looks like we might have lost somebody. Looks like we're going to have Sir Race-A-Lot on the pole, followed by his teammate Liam Daly. His PT will be in third. There we go. Fourth place will be Callie Vitals, fifth Watchers, sixth WKK, seventh Rita, eighth DW McFreak, ninth GW Jones, and 10th Viper Killer here for the Porsche GT3 Cup. It looks like we got the cars ready and up. Looks like we got 10 starters on the field. As I said, the first race we run to the qualifying order. They will then invert the top 5 for the second race here in this 2 racing program. And this is me getting out of the way. Onto your monitor, folks. Alright, they're going to be rolling around and getting ready to hit the start, so let's give you a rundown here of the starting order. Starting on the pole there is VP Sir Race-A-Lot from Sega Keith Motorsports. Directly behind him is his teammate Liam Daly at the top of the spots. In third place in the number 99 car is its PT from Renaissance Racing. Fourth place is Callie Vitals from TOW Racing in the white and black machine right there. In the brightly colored Machuca car. Fifth is Watcher from Renaissance Racing as well. Sixth place was Warren Kyle Keith from Sega Keith Motorsports, third Sega Keith driver. And seventh, Rita St. James in the 62 car there, the white and green machine you can see coming down. That's Rita St. James from JME Motorsports. Starting in the 8th spot. They're sorting out their starting order here. Viper Killer is going. Currently moved into 6th. Don't believe he's supposed to be there, but we'll see what call makes. We'll continue making the assume that that's correct. We were waiting for them to get lined up correctly. Viper Killer, I do not think, is in the right starting position. I believe he was supposed to be back in 8th. But anyway, let's get back through the field right there in the yellow and black machine is DW Freak from FST Blue Flag Racing. GW Jones will be running in the red and black machine. And it looks like Warren's parked the car there.
Like where you're starting 10th, buddy. You're going to be in game chat.
Now, are you here in the broadcast room, Viper? You're going to want to be on game chat so they can give you instructions. Go to your party settings and hit prioritize game chat or leave this room. They're trying to talk to you in the race room there. He's in 6th. Rita's in 7th. Freaking yellow and black cars in 8th. Harvey Killer will be in 9th. And GW Jones in 10th. And you're going to want to switch over to game chat. I believe we missed the start over all that nonsense. And we're still at pace. No, we're racing. Alright, they're off and running here in the 15-lap opener. It's going to read 17 on your board as we have 2 parade laps. I don't see a caution flag out. It looks like Liam Daly got the jump on Sir Race-A-Lot and is out to the lead. Go back through the field here. Got the lead on BP. There's Cowie behind him in 3rd. We'll get onto the chase cam here. There's Cowie in 3rd. It's PT 4th. Rita's moved up to 5th. Warren Kyle Keith in 6th. Washington back in 7th. Freak in 8th. Vipers in 9th. And GW Jones fighting back there to get back into the race. Let's get back up to the middle of this tight battle on board with Rita St. James, and she's trailing Watcher Freak and Warren Kyle Keith in this second group of cars here. And working their way through. We're back up to the front battle here. There's your front board, Liam Daly in front, Sir Race-A-Lot right behind him, Callie in 3rd, PT in 4th. Back on our trackside camera, get up here to the leaders. Liam Daly holding off his teammate with the spate of wins that Sir Race-A-Lot has put together. You know, Liam wants to get one. He had a real good shot at winning at Dubai in the GT3 class and was overtaken at the very tail end of the race by Tiernizl and would have got his first points win at that race. But a tough break for him there. He's being stalked here by his teammate here on lap 4 on the board at 17. And Liam goes wide, and that's going to give Sir Race-A-Lot the edge he needs to take the lead as he catches a little dirt. Let's go back through the battles here. There's its PT running in 3rd in that red car as they're coming down the back stretch going to the final turn. He's got Callie Vitals trailing him right there. Get on board with some of the fights. The cars have spread out a little bit on the track. We're looking at Warren Kyle Keys, WKK, currently sitting in 5th place, 4.5 seconds back. He can definitely bring himself back into it here. Cameras here. It's PT currently sitting in 3rd place as he's got the he's got trouble. Liam Daly lost 3rd place, must have gone off again, and that's going to put Callie back into play here in the top 4. You can see Warren has moved up not far behind him. We're going to get on board with Callie as he's trailing Liam with it's PT in 2nd and Sir Race-A-Lot in the clear track in front of him, which could make a difference. He could just pull away at this point as we're Liam, a couple of hitting the rumble strip dirt patches, is falling him back. Let's see if he can regroup. This PT got by him. Gap they're working here. We're on board there with XPT. As I said, National 300 champion in the Winston Cup this season. He's a very accomplished road racer. He's run very well in Camel GT and Formula One. Was dominant in the heavy wet at the British Grand Prix last season at Silverstone until the track dried. Wound up finishing second. So he'll look to put a good performance in tonight should he enter tonight's British Grand Prix here at Brands Hatch. Get some air time here down in the field. Start towards the back here. There's GW Jones bringing up the rear of the field. As I said, inexperienced here in the SCL, so getting track time. Very little track time in the spec cars here at this track, but he's working it around. Take a look at the timings. And now that these guys have gotten some laps in, we can see what kind of lap times they have run. So Race a lot and XPT are both in the 125s. Liam, Callie, and Warren in the 126s. Watcher in the 127s. Rita has fallen back to 7th and has been unable to put it past the 129s. Viper and GW Jones haven't really got a clean lap in yet. That's the story on our timings board as we're watching Viper work lap 7 here. Viper Killer, another new driver, rookie here in season 23, looking to get some track time. And just getting some track time and finishing the race, earning the cred from the other drivers is a good way to start. And he's making it cleanly around. Let's see if he can knock down his lap time here. He's working on it. Moving up to DW McFreak here on the arrow there. He's obviously went around. There he is. Coming down towards Druids. He goes off onto the right-hand side near the entrance to the Rallycross circuit, and he's going to fall way down in the order. Freak, of course, a former multi-winner in the IndyCar Series. He's also a former Indianapolis 500 champion. Second place in the IndyCar Series in season 21. But having his struggles here in the back in the GT3 cars. He's from New Zealand, of course. The Scott Dixon of the SCL. And once again, just a guy who doesn't have much track time in these cars, but he can definitely turn a wheel. And we get on Rita St. James in the JME Motorsports ride. She's running back in 7th place. Putting in some track time here at Brands Hatch. Rita, tremendous IndyCar and Winston Cup driver. Very competitive also in Camel GT. Runs the North American Tour here for JME Motorsports. And is the Chief Marshal of the SCL. Alright, moving up into the field. There's Watcher, the team owner of Renaissance Racing. Had some very good runs, particularly in Camel GT. He's running a solid 6th here. Put up a 126.9 his last lap, so he's not far off of the leader's pace. And this is a guy who, the more time he puts into the SCL races, I have a feeling you're going to see him in victory lane at some point. Up to Warren Kyle Keith, who's now chasing Callie Vitals. We got 2 battles on the track. Let's go ahead and get on to those as we're into the final 10 laps here of race 1. Warren trying to chase down Callie Vitals of TOW in the battle for 4th place here. Let's see what kind of pace they're running as Warren bested him by a second on that last lap. Once again, he gains about half a second. So he's going kind of wide here, and he's going to have to give some ground as we're going to move up here towards the next battle. Liam has gotten back by XPT for second place, as those two are right on top of each other as well, just about 6 seconds behind Sir Race-A-Lot, who's out running in front. So if these guys running close together, that gives Sir Race-A-Lot an advantage, but it also means you're going to see a lot of shuffling here. If anybody has any trouble, you know, you're going to get some dirty air trying to make passes, making passes hard, and that's how mistakes happen. Liam's been had a little off-track excursion twice, so we'll see if how hard XPT pushes it here on him. Meanwhile, up front, there's VP Sir Race-A-Lot turning the last lap at 1:23.8. He's just tearing it up, as we expected him to here at this race, running in a class by himself and pulling away from the field. This is his exact kind of car. He runs GTE and Camel GT. He runs GT3. These very cars in, I believe, a Ferrari GT3 is what he runs in the International Le Mans Series. This is, of course, the Porsche Cup race, but he can tear it up in these GT3 cars, and as you can see, he's doing that right now. Got about a 6.5 second lead on the guys behind him. Warren lost about 5 seconds there to Cali, and there's been some separation there, and that's the battle for seconds on closest on the track right now. But Liam appears to be putting a little bit of a distance there on PT as we're working lap 10 of 17 here in Brands Hatch, England. Clear weather for today's races. We don't know for sure what it's going to look like here tonight at the British Grand Prix, but we have reason to believe we could have. In the practice this morning, it was clear and then a light shower and then cleared up again. So the cars were a good 5 to 7 seconds slower on the rain tires out in the wet. So it's going to make strategy in the 51-lap British Grand Prix very important. It's our second SCL running of that race. We ran it at Silverstone last year and saw Tiernizel winning his second Formula One Grand Prix. Looks like Sir Race-A-Lot coming up on lap traffic on GW Jones, who concedes the position very nicely. He's waiting for his shot in the second race. While Liam Daly turning solid lap times, he continues to be consistently the second fastest car on the track, running about 7 seconds now behind Sir Race-A-Lot. And I believe that should he make enough entries, a very real contender to win the GT3 class championship in the International Le Mans Series this season. He's run very well and he runs very consistent. If he keeps running these consistent finishes and makes enough races, I believe he will be the guy who could possibly pile that up. Running about 6 seconds behind him now, having obviously had a few off-track excursions, is PT from Renaissance Racing. His second SCL season, as I said. 1 career IndyCar win, 1 Winston Cup win. Very competitive in the wet, so I'm sure he was hoping to see a little bit of a more typical Brands Hatch weather. But he's not that far in front of Cali, who I believe is starting there. You can see him in the picture. That's Cali Vitals directly behind him. We're going to jump to Cali right now as Cali tries to chase him down. He's only 2.5 seconds back to get himself on the podium here in the first race. And Liam had another off. Can't believe I missed that one. That's going to put these 3 guys on top of each other. We've got some action on the track. XPT's right on top of Liam Daly. Like I said, Liam is a very quick driver, and as soon as he puts that consistency together, he's going to be a force to reckon with here on the SCL International Tour. But now he's got XPT crawling all over him for a second. These guys are now 15 seconds behind Sir Race-A-Lot. He's out in front and pulling away. There's the distance that Cali's working. But this is the battle on the track. It's PT and Liam Daly here in the Porsche GT3 Cup. tracks that I normally run, so I'm not super familiar with Brands Hatch, but I can tell you right now, these are high-speed corners that especially tighten on the exits right there, and PT's got to set it up. It's not really good to do it here down Paddock Bend. You want to get on the throttle as early as possible here coming down the front straight, but as they're coming up on GW Jones, who's conceding room there very nicely. Good job, Jones. PT's trying to get lined up to make the best shot he can, but he's not that far in front of Callie. But right there worked his way around Jones as well. Liam trying to hold on to that second place spot on the podium, but he's got to hang on to it. They're working lap 13 of 17 on the board here in race 1. Said we're going to see the top 5 invert for the second race, and then the rest of the field will start where they're at. And Liam's able to pull away here. PT's put up. He was running quicker laps earlier on, but been unable to stay with them once they come back together. Of course, Liam's got to stay on the track here. There's Callie trying to chase him down, and Warren trying to chase Callie down. So the three of them are in a, well, that's GW Jones in front of him, so there's quite a gap there. Those are the main battles for position on the track. We jump down to Callie again. See if we can get a shot of Liam's car. He comes through. Druids there. You can see the red car behind him in the distance as it's PT. And it's PT, and PT goes around there, and Druid's trying to push it, and he may lose third place to Callie here, and he in fact does. So we jump back on board with Callie as PT struggling there through Druids on lap 14. He's going to fall back, and now we got a battle for third place on our hands. Liam's got a little bit of breathing room. But now PT all over Callie for third place. Going to be 3 to go at the line now. And around goes PT. Didn't quite catch what happened there coming out of the turn, but he's going to loop it and fall all the way back to 5th. And Warren Kyle Keith there jumps in front of him. So PT having some trouble here near the end after running up in second for a while, and now you've got breathing room between these top cars. So we'll jump on board with our race leader, VP Sir Racelot, give his sponsors some airtime. Said looks like he's going to have he's had a great weekend here. He said we through week 4 of 10 in season 23 we're in the bye week, so we've got some special races, and last night in the British Formula Festival, so Racelot took the sweep in both the Formula R and Formula C cars, and he's going for the sweep today here at the Porsche GT3 Cup. He can win this first race and win our second 15-lapper. He'll have a shot at it. Later tonight, he can go for the ultimate weekend sweep if he can win the British Grand Prix here at Silverstone. I don't know if he's going to be an entrant, but if he is, he's going to be a definite favorite. The way he's running this track, consistently putting up fast lap times, as he's going to take the flag with 2 to go. We'll jump back and see what PT and Warren are looking at. There's Warren running in 4th. He's got about 2 seconds on its PT in that battle for 4th place. They're going to be fighting to hang on. Warren didn't get the qualifying start he wanted, started back in 6th, and never really got a clear shot at the front. His lap times indicate that he was very capable of it, but don't think he quite got the track position. He stays right where he is. He'll have that track position for race 2. Crowley's just run a steady race here in third. He's passed cars, he's been passed, and he's just steadily moving right along, which has been his key. He's been the most impressive driver so far, surprise driver in the International Le Mans Series. I said he's won 2 of 3 or 2 of 4 rounds in the LMP2 class in the International Le Mans Series, and he's won a P2 race in Camel GT at Laguna Seca this season. So three wins in the 2 SCL Sports Car Series so far this season, just through the first 4 weeks. So he has definitely shown he can handle it. Well, Sir Race-A-Lot's coming around here on the 17th and final lap. PT not quite closing in on WKK, so we're going to go back to the leader here as he makes what amounts to a victory lap. His 3rd straight win of the weekend here. All right, hold on a second, folks. I'm sorry? Is let me jump over there and ask them. They finished the first race. I'll see if they can, if where they're at. I'll be right back. Hey Warren, you there?
Yeah, what's up?
Where are you at? And I just got back in the room. Bedazzled is wondering if he can get in for the second race, or are you past that point?
Just so you know, 40 seconds to sign up.
Yeah, we haven't officially started the second race, so he can jump in, but he's starting with the shotgun.
Gotcha. So I'll tell him you'll invite him.
All right.
All right. All right. Yeah, they haven't started. You're gonna have to start shotgun on the field for the second race, but yeah, they'll invite you in a minute, man. Just ready it up.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, no problem. This is just the broadcast room, so they'll get you into the game chat there too.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. All right, guys. Back here at the track, as I believe they're going to ready up and pull Bedazzled in for the second race of the Porsche Cup. We saw Sir Race-A-Lot win the first one there. And we'll give you the starting order for the second 15 lap 17 on the board feature for the Porsche GT3 Cup. And I believe we did lose one driver. Who is that we lost? It was not Viper Killer, not GW Jones, not Rita, not Callie, not PT. Not Liam. Watcher is the driver who I guess retired after the first race. He had a good run, ran 6th place, I believe. So credit to you there, Watcher. Good job. Give a call to him for another solid performance. He's going to be moving up onto the podium here in races pretty soon, I can just about promise you. All right, looks like they're readying up here. Looking to add a 10th car. There it is, Bedazzled Slinger from Wacky Racers as we prepare for the second race here of the Porsche GT3 Cup. Once again, Carlin Hicks with you here on the SCL Racing Network. Looking to see a good show. Sir Race-A-Lot's going to have to start in the 5th spot after winning the first race. Let's see if he can work his way through the field. But Brands Hatch, of course, don't need me to talk about what a historic circuit it is. Longtime host of the British Grand Prix. Will be hosting the SCL's British Grand Prix tonight. It's a high-speed track, very technical. I think depending on what kind of entry list we get, we're going to see a fantastic show. And I believe Warren's just going to give out the final instructions, and they're going to ready it up and get ready for race 2. We're going to see that top 5 inverted, so you don't know what to expect here. Should probably go ahead and pull up the map here. As these guys are going to be readying up, we'll let them get into their positions. I believe their starting positions, if it was finished the way I thought, I believe it's going to be PT on the pole. But we'll let them get situated before we sort down here in race 2. I do know that VP Sir Race-A-Lot, the race winner in back of the field as I get out of their way to let them get through so I can retire and get ready to call it. Cars sorted out on the opening lap, and I do believe that that is correct. Let's go bouncing through the field here on the chase cam on the first of 2 pace laps. It will be its PT on the pole here, starting from Renaissance Racing, starting second, XXIII Motorsports, WKK. Starting third will be Cali Vitals from POW Racing. Starting in the 4th spot is Liam Daly from XXIII Motorsports. And in 5th, the race 1 winner, VP Sir Race-A-Lot from XXIII Motorsports. Starting in the 6th position will be Rita St. James from JME Motorsports. 7th will be DW McCreek from FST Blue Flag Racing. 8th will be the independent driver, rookie Viper Killer. 9th, independent rookie driver Julie W. Jones, and 10th will be Bedazzled Slinger from Wacky Racers, Inc. Get back on board with the leader here. Let's get the map up. And take a look here at the layout as they are heading into curve, heading on to Sterling, Clearways, and the Clark curve up in front of them, which will lead down the front stretch. They are doing 2 pace laps, so I believe they're going to be getting the 1 to go signal here as they come down Brabham Straight. 17 laps on the board. That's 15 under competition. 17 as you read it at home. Find a good place to start. Perhaps here, shotgun on the field with Bedazzled Slinger, who did not enter the first race. He's here for the second race and has to start at the back. He's put on some good performances. A rookie driver with Wacky Racers Incorporated. Expect to see good things from him in the future. I think he's definitely SCL material. Alright, as these guys make their way through Surtees, if I say it correctly. No, I'm on the wrong, yeah, Surtees, as they head down Pilgrim's Drop to Hawthorne Hill. On to the Derek Minter Straight through Westfield. Then through Dingle Dell, followed by the Sheen Curve. Following left puts them at Sterling's. After they go through the Sheen curve here, the left-hander is Sterling's. That leads down the Clearway straight to the Clark curve, which is the right-hander, and on to the Brabham straight. And we're on board at the back here with Bedazzled here for the start, as its PT is going to lead them down to the start. Jumping up closer here, let's see what we get. They are coming down to the line, and we are going to be green. Watching the field from the back here at the throw of the green flag on lap 3. Dazzled trailing GW Jones as we're going to move up to where there's a little bit of a gap on board here with Viper Killer as he trails GW McFreak into Druids. Closer cars up front. 2 cars going around. Looks like Sir Race-A-Lot, and we may have a caution out here on the start. It looks like Sir Race-A-Lot and possibly, looks like we lost a car. I do not see, no, we did not lose a car. It might look like Liam Daly perhaps. It was definitely another Sega Keith Motorsports car, but I don't see anger management out there. So it was either Warren or Liam, but it was definitely a teammate of his. And they're going to move back to their original starting positions, as that was the first flag on the restart. First red flag restart. They will return to their starting positions. We will return to trackside as a PT will get back on the pole as they wait for the field to catch up, and for Sir Race-A-Lot to get back in position. They should be ready to start. I believe we're going to see the action middle of the field onward, so let's go on board with Rita St. James from JME Motorsports. As I believe we're in the clear for the second crack at the start of the race here in the Porsche GT Cup Race 3. Its PT leads WKK, Cali Vitals, Liam. BP Sir Race-A-Lot is in 5th as we are ready for the restart, and we are green. On board with Rita, let's see what she sees from the 6th place position. Cars in front of her getting very, very close as there's 3 Sega Keith Motorsports cars side by side along with Cali and PT. Rita's just going to play patient here, wait to see what plays out in front of her. Going back through the field, everybody's in a big line here. So let's go ahead and get on our cinematic trackside cam up front. Separation anywhere on the track. As Liam going to get on board with Liam Daly here in 5th place. Working on Cali, but really doesn't have anywhere to go here as he's trailing him down into the Clark curve. A very difficult Clark curve. And on to the Brabham straight into Paddock Hill. He goes to the inside, and I believe he's got the position on Cali, but Cali's going to fight back here heading down into Druids. As that's your 2 through 4 battle. It's PT there in the red car is out in front by a little way. We've got so much fighting for position here on the track. The 3 Sega Keith Motorsports cars are 2, 3, 4 right now. As we're on board with TOW Racing's Cali trying to hang with him. We'll bump up here to Liam, who's trailing his teammate as they head down towards Hawthorne Hill, over through Hawthorne's, down to Derek Minner straight through Westfield. And These three cars are right on top of each other, and Liam gets wide, hits the wall, and around he goes. On board, you saw it right there. Liam Daly goes around. Callie Vital jumps into fourth. Rita jumps into fifth. And Liam's going to sort back out at the moment in seventh place. Out front is its PT as he comes on to the Brabham Straight. He's got the lead. You see Sir Race-A-Lot directly behind him. WKK's in third. But its PT has come off the pole and shot out here to the lead on working lap 6 of 17 here in race 2. Last race 1 winner, VP Sir Race-A-Lot, now has got a little bit of a gap on Warren Kyle Keith as he's made the pass and is now running in second. He's going to look to try to run down its PT. There's Warren right there running in the third spot, currently 3.3 seconds back. He's got Callie not far behind him. Rita running in sixth. Freak in seventh and trying to work his way back up is Liam. Back towards the back of the field before we go back up, running in 8th place, working 15 seconds back is the rookie Viper Killer. Looking to put in another performance. Here's Bedazzled. Oh, we lost somebody. And I believe that was GW Jones who has parked the car. Must be having mechanical trouble. He is out, so 9 cars running. Here's Bedazzled running at the back in the green and black car, working on Viper Killer for 8th place. But let's get back up towards the battle at hand. On the chase cam, we got 3 cars on top of each other right here with Freak, Warren, and Rita. Rita trying to, Rita sliding around on Warren, and that's going to give DW McFreak a run. He goes way too far to the inside on the Brabham Straight and hits the grass, but Warren having trouble working his way around Rita, who's worked her way up into 4th place. For a track and a car she is not super familiar with. She's put in yeoman's effort here so far today. Don't want to break away from this, but you can see here that Sir Race-A-Lot is moving in on its PT for a shot to lead. But let's get back on board here with Freak as the battle for 4th continues. 4, 5, and 6 on your screen. This, of course, a one-make Porsche GT3 race. And Freak looking for a spot to make his move. He may have position here. Warren has to concede, and somebody else is coming up here. And that was Liam Daly who took advantage of all that and made a spectacular move. Got to give a call there to Liam Daly, now up in 5th place. He went around both Freak and Warren as they fought side by side. They fought side by side. He moved in on them, and that was that. Meanwhile, up in front, PT has lost the lead here. We missed that, looking at that great battling, but he goes back around. And these guys are side by side. Trying to keep my map up. They went side by side there as they come through Surtees. And PT's just hanging on. Liam gets by Rita St. James at some point, moves into 4th. Rita's back to 5th. Warren is going to stalk her as he's in 6th. Freak had an off and has gone 8 seconds back from Warren. He's now 19 seconds back. So there's action all over the track. Bedazzled trying to chase down Viper Killer. There are battles everywhere. We're going to go to the battle for the lead when that's the case, as Sir Race-A-Lot working lap 8 of 17 is going to try to get, as they come through Sterling, down clearways as they head towards the Clark Curve. And this is where Sir Race-A-Lot's been so much quicker than everybody is through these corners, and PT goes around trying. Got to give him all the credit in the world. He knows he's racing the fastest car on the track and he's fighting for it, but loops it there in the Clark Curve, and he's going to fall behind the 6th. Liam's going to have a shot at him now, and I believe he's going to get him, especially if he concedes the spot like he does there. And it appears he does manage to. He hangs on for now. Liam's right back behind him. As they're now going to battle for third place. Tough luck there for PT, but you got to give him a call for the grit. As he fought to stay in that top spot with Sir Race-A-Lot breathing all over him, who now has a 4.5 second lead as Callie's working ahead of these two guys in second place. And it looks like Sir Race-A-Lot may be in a position to get that sweep on the afternoon here at Brands Hatch. Warren, meanwhile, all over Rita, looking for the pass to get into the top 5. Just cannot quite find the spot. Rita, a great defensive driver, but she's going to go wide here. Warren goes wide with her. Fighting that car a little bit. You know he's got the pace to run up there with the leaders if he could get the track position and keep it. Meanwhile, these two right back on top of each other. Liam, now another Sega Keith car working on HPT. In your international tour, I think you're going to feel that the Sega Keith cars are working you over at all times. They're going to be coming from all directions, just like the old days with the Team Dynamo cars in Winston Cup. You always felt like there was one around you somewhere. And here comes Liam working on PT. And going way wide, gathering it together. And back for the battle for 5th. You're on board with WKK. He's trying to trace down Rita into Surtees. Rita trying to represent her home country, and to get a top 5 would be a terrific finish for her. And she's going to, in these classic cars, and she's going to try to hang on to it. Warren's trying to set her up. He's definitely quicker on the exit of the corners, and that might be what he needs there. Rita runs wide. Gets to the inside, the outside rather. But the two are just, he just cannot get the line. This is a tough track to pass on, and that's what he's going through right now as these two battle for that top 5 finish. Those of you that this is not a points race, but when you're running in a championship point series, you know wins, top 3s, top 5s, top 10s all pay built-in bonuses, and you want to have a good, you want to stay in the provisionals, stay in the race, have a shot at a good points finish at the end of the season. You need to do a good job of putting up the numbers, as we call it. And so that top 5 spot is definitely worth something. It's worth 3 more points than finishing 6th. And Warren's trying to chase her down. He just cannot quite get the run where he needs to. But right there, Rita goes wide, and that's going to do it. He stalked her for probably 4 laps there, off and on, and Rita did everything she could to fight him off, but Warren's going to take the spot and move up into 5th place. Meanwhile, back up here, we still got It's PT and Liam Daly battling for the podium spot there. Another bonus spot as PT goes wide in the grass, and that's going to give Liam a shot at him here as we are working lap 11. VP Sir Race-A-Lot is in 1st. Callie Vitals is in 2nd, running out there in front. You can see Callie directly in front of these 2 cars. But Callie's a guy that's consistent. If he gets that kind of clear track, he usually isn't the kind to give it away. Liam Daly here has been as fast as anybody, with the exception of his teammate Sir Race-A-Lot here today. And he has just been unable to keep it together the whole time as he fights to the outside, trying to get a spot on PT. Gives him a little bumper tag, but can't get it done. Pulls to the inside. PT runs up on the rumble strips. He's going to force the issue and get around PT there. Can he? Ooh. Pulls wide. Blocks the track a little, but gets the pass done relatively cleanly. Good strong move there. And that's going to move Liam into third place, and PT is going to be chasing himself now. As Rita has managed to stay relatively close to Warren here as we head down the stretch. And there's a battle back here for the eighth spot. We had 10 starters, so they're not going to finish dead last, but they're going to be fighting here as they're in Druids. Viper Killer in front, Bedazzled right there, trying to get back out of that spot. Meanwhile, XPT Cali has fallen back, and as soon as we cycle through the field, action happens, and Liam gets by Cali Vitals for second place. So Cali, obviously, after having a couple second lead, must have had a little problem. And as they cross over onto lap 13, we've got 5 to go here at Brands Hatch. You're looking at Liam Daly in second place in the blue car. Cali's in the white and black car there in third, and It's PT goes underneath him. And It's PT takes third from Cali, so I'm wondering if Cali's having a problem. He's falling back now to fourth place as Liam pulls out in front into second. These three are just going to battle straight down to the finish for second, third, and fourth as Sir Race-A-Lot has pulled away from the pack once again. But still plenty of action here. Let's see if any one of these guys can line up a challenge here for Liam in these last 5 laps. Sir Race-A-Lot, it's his race to lose at this point. And I believe maybe tire wear could be having a factor at this point on Cali. He's definitely slowed up from his earlier pace and is falling back. He'll just be trying to hang on here to get fourth, but there's its PT. We'll get some track side views here for you. This PT is going to be chasing Liam right there. Liam's been quick but inconsistent, so by no means is this dealt. Meanwhile, we'll go back up front. There's your leader, Sir Race-A-Lot, as he works Pilgrim Drop there, heading down into Hawthorne Hill. He's going to be coming up on lap traffic of Bedazzled here shortly. There's Liam Daly in second. Got a little bit of a gap now, about 2 seconds on It's PT. It's PT here running in third, directly behind him on the map there on your arrows. You can see where they are at on the track. And he's trying to hold off Cali, who's running in fourth place. Warren's about 12 seconds back in fifth. Rita's fallen 6 seconds back from that, running in sixth. There's DW McFreak running in seventh. Viper's in eighth, and Bedazzled's in ninth. We'll get back on board with our leader till we see the gaps close a little bit somewhere. As he's working lap 15 here as he heads through Druids, just incredibly quick. We get on the timings, you can see it here. Best lap's a 1:24.0. The second best lap is a 1:25.1. So we're a full second quicker than the field. These are his kind of cars. He's a full-time GT3 driver in the International Le Mans Series. These are his tracks and his cars, and he was just putting it to the field here. As he heads down Pilgrim Drop. Into the Sheen curve. Let's get a little on board here, cockpit view, as you're on board with Sir Race-A-Lot, as we have a little bit of separation on a track. He comes up to the Clark curve. Let's see how he does it. Downshifts, rolls it out really well, and he's back fully on the throttle there. That's the key. Lightning quick coming up. He goes far to the inside there, which is somewhat surprising to me. There he is going off. Druids, he goes wide, takes it nice and slow. see, just working it very, very smoothly and very quickly as a result as he's working lap 16 here. Let's get back onto the trackside cam for you. As he's going to be coming, we'll get back to him here in a minute, coming to the line for the white flag. Liam Daly's PT and Callie have separated quite a bit here as these guys started pushing towards it. But Sir Race-A-Lot heading into the Clark curve for the penultimate time, as he's going to be taking the white flag, and looks like he's going to be one lap away from completing the sweep here at the SCL Porsche GT3 Cup. Just another fine performance, came through the field once he got clear track. He's just pulling away from the field. A lot of that speed, as we said, he's got that much speed on the field, obviously. A lot of it also is traffic. Those guys were, he came through the traffic, and he was once he gets out front, he can pull away. Other guys can maintain out front, but he's pulling away, and that's been the key for his success. Definitely a prime talent in sports cars in the SCL. As he's managed to lap a good portion of the field on top of that. Guys who've had some problems. No real battles for position on the track, so we're staying on here with your race leader, Sir Race-A-Lot, as he comes to Sterling for the last time, going down clearways towards the Clark curve. And he is going to take the second race and complete the sweep here at the Porsche GT3 Cup, barring catastrophe. Another fine performance, should be a favorite in tonight's British Grand Prix. And there it is. Sir Race-A-Lot is your winner. Now looking back on the second, we got some time to roll through them. Got to give credit to Liam Daly. Had his trouble early in the race. Fought his way through. He's been very, very quick. And he's going to come home in second for the second straight race. So another 1-2 for Sega Keith Motorsports. Running not far behind him in third, coming through the Clark curve, is It's PT from Renaissance Racing, a solid third place finish. Another solid day for him. Fourth place is Callie Vitals, trailed by a lapped car there. Callie's going to come home in fourth, and Warren Kyle Keith will bring it around the Clark curve to finish in fifth place. It looks like Rita, DW McFreak, Bedazzled, and Viper Killer are going to round out your finishers here in race 2 at the Porsche GT3 Cup. So a fantastic afternoon of action. I'll remind you guys, tonight 7 p.m. Eastern will be the SCL Season 23 British Grand Prix in the Formula 1 cars. It's going to be an awesome show, 51 laps around right here at the Brands Hatch GP circuit. And a fine job there by VP Sir Race-A-Lot. They're going to get together for the team shot, obviously, but can't say enough about that performance. Sir Race-A-Lot comes home with the win. Liam Daly's in second. It's PT third. Callie in fourth. WKK fifth. And as you can see, there is your final finishing order. We are going to sign off here from the SCL Racing Network. We will see you tonight at the Formula 1 British Grand Prix.